No, because the other day I was talking to some bloke about like body dysmorphia because we were doing a gym session together, and he was literally saying how we put our arms next to each other, and he was like, "Oh, your arm looks like massive compared to mine, it's so much bigger." And I was like, "What? Yours look fucking bigger than mine." And he was just he kept saying like mine is definitely bigger, and then when we got in it's like mine's bigger than yours, you know. We got into the change room, right? I probably shouldn't have gone there, but we got into the change room. We looked in the mirror to see who's like actually bigger, and they're pretty much the same. Yeah. But it's weird how like you think yours are smaller, etc.
Yeah, I know. We had the same. I still had the fucking same thing.
Got down the pub.
Yeah. So, yours is bigger. No, yours is bigger.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But it's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a perception of obviously your mind thinking that you're smaller, or if it's the fact that just the lighting or the angle. Or,
yeah.
Because obviously there's more muscle on the external side of the arm than primarily. So don't know. I don't know if that's the case, but
I think nowadays it's just like I don't really go into all this like fucking social media makes you look fucking like a pussy and you need to look big and shit. I don't really believe in that, but I think there is an element of it, definitely. If you see like if all you see is scrolling through Instagram is hench blokes, you're gonna feel a bit skinny.
But that's the problem, isn't it? Because most people on social media can use a filter or a warping effect, or even on roids. And even so, recently I've just seen how easy it is just with models, just working with them and editing some of their pictures. It's so much easier just to make just even like a centimetre or two. Just to make it, and it looks exactly the same. And
everything's fake. Yeah, like nothing's real. Same with people always ask me, "Fuck it, let me see your results. How much money are you making a month?" Yeah. It's like if I showed you numbers on a screen, would you believe me? Yeah. Or would you actually believe me? No.
And that's the thing, because they would originally think, "Oh yeah, that's true." But then when they see someone else's results, they'll be like, "Oh look, they could have just faked that." And it's just like, well, why couldn't I have done that? Yeah. You know, like. Why are you believing me? Like,
exactly. Like, anyone can go on Google Chrome, inspect element, change it, and then record a fucking video of it on their phone. It's easy.
We've done that in school. Like it was that easy. Like, it's just like we've done it for tests, didn't we? Just change. Like they do a little test online. Like, oh yeah, if you don't get past like 40%, you have to stay in and do it again at break. Just like, I should change it. Like, sorted. So it's just like, even then, it's just so now doing it in the real life. Why is that any different? It's pretty much is a test as well. Yeah. If you think about it, because you're, their class, for example, with the models, if they've got bigger features, people tend to prefer them. Obviously, depends on preference. And but a lot of people tend to prefer that. So it's easy just to crop it in.
I know. That's what I'm always telling students. Like, don't fucking trust any of these cunts that are coming on my fucking group and saying, "Oh, I can do these numbers. I can do these numbers." Like, who's saying they can do those numbers? And they're saying, "Oh, but it's real if you refresh the page because then it gets rid of the inspect element." I can fucking edit out. Like, I can do video editing. I'm not fucking spastic. I can refresh it, cut the video, and fucking make it fake again. It's not hard. Yeah.
It's just
retarded perceptions.
Perceptions, I know. And it's a thing with the whole general society at the moment, isn't it? Just as a whole, everything has
to be perfect.
Nothing's clear anymore. Which is what somewhat like religion kind of makes clear. So back in the older times, religion had more of a clarity because it was do's and don'ts, and it was obvious if you'd done something wrong, everyone would have known, everyone would have punished you, and that's how society works quite well. And yes, it was efficient. Yeah, they did kill some people in brutal ways with doing quite small things, admittedly, but small things to nowadays times, but there was a yes and no. Whereas the nowadays, because there's so much information, you can fucking change everything. That clarity between is that a yes or a no is so mixed up, and that is partially why society's fucking crumbling.
Yeah, and I think that's why we're going back to religion as well.
Yeah,
I believe in probably 10 years' time. I think the Christianity as a faith, is declining in terms of whether people take it serious or not. Yeah, and I think
the yes and no with the rules kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Because you got girls that are claiming they're Christian starting OnlyFans. It's like, are you? I don't know. Yeah. Are you? Like, I think that goes against the rules a bit. Yeah. But I think with the rise of popular influencers like Tate and Sneeko and all of those like that, propagise religion, and they want people to revert back to religion because even like Jordan Peterson, the psychologist, very famous bloke, even he's religious and he's a scientist.
Yeah.
And it shows that he explained it, and he's religious because of the morals behind it, not exactly because this is proven we have a God. It's not really about that. It's more about moral rules, going to church, being a good person, and all of that stuff. All of the positive stuff that comes from it. So I think we'll eventually revert back to religion, whether that be Christianity or Islam or whatever it be.
Yeah.
But as a whole, probably positive.
Yeah, I agree.
We are going downhill.
And it's somewhat needed, but the thing I think why they're changing away from religion is obviously because of this government kind of thing. They kind of want you to worship them and their process and their way, whereas other people don't, and then they succeed slightly better, and that's not what they want, is it? So going back to with Tate as well, so obviously he's changed to religion. He used to be atheist, didn't he?
Atheist, then Christian, then Muslim, I believe.
Yeah. So and he's been locked up, hasn't he, for a while. And as an atheist, do you reckon he would have survived that or come out with the correct mentality that he has?
Probably not.
Exactly. So because he had that faith and yes, I will keep going kind of thing, kind of mindset, then yeah, he kind of pushed on and came out, and now he's still got faith.
Agreed.
I haven't broke him yet, and I don't think he could have done that without religion.
Agreed.
So is a hard subject because some people misinterpret it and say, oh yes, well, religion, they just kill people. Yeah. Maybe 200-300 years ago. Yes, it has modernised, but the rules are still there. People still follow the rules, and yeah, it's modernised, so they're not, hang, drawn, and quarter at people anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, but
yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. But with the perception with models, it's easy to obviously trick someone, but most models wouldn't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Not because they're stupid. They might not have the capabilities. They might not have the software, and obviously that's why OnlyFans management is very important, especially if they're trying to get into the big, top 5%. So just to have someone to be able to have a look at your pictures before you post them, or have a little bit of an edit, play around, send portfolios. Even then, it would benefit them quite.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of models are very against the industry, and unfortunately, there is a lot of spammers, scammers, whatever, that have come into the industry as it grows.
Loads.
And I think that comes with any industry that obviously is growing in popularity. Obviously, a lot of people going into OFM, it's becoming a big thing. So obviously, time to jump on it is now.
Yeah.
But anyway, irrelevant. A lot of people misinterpret, especially models. They misinterpret what we actually want to do with them. They think, it's just stealing my money. But realistically, we're marketing, selling content, chatting to fans, gaining new subs. I don't think they really see that side to it, and they think, 50%, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But all you're doing really is creating content, and we're dealing with it. And if we're not, doubling 3 times, 5x your current earnings, then obviously we're not doing a good job. And if we do, then 50-50 at the least is a good split.
And I think they forget as well, it is 50-50 between the organisation or the company and the model. However, in that company, there's not just one person working on that model. That's what the models do. They think, I'm going to make it to the 5% by themselves. If they do that, fair play to them. That is very impressive.
Yeah.
But personally, you're going to need a team. You're going to need other people. People do it in relationships, them and their couples. Yeah, that's good. They probably split the profit 50-50 and carry on. Why wouldn't they do the same with us? Whereas we've got 4 people to offer to their 1.
Yeah.
So we can easily grow that a lot quicker. And like I said, marketing as well. If you're trying to manage content marketing, it is full time.
Yeah.
And if you're not starting off with the money, you're not going to be able to finance that. So we've already got an organisation set up, good to go.
Yeah.
So we can get you to a point where then you might be able to do it by yourself and continue that by yourself. But for now, we need to get you up to that point and teach you the skills and lessons to be able to do that by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And like personal branding as well. So it links in a little bit of that, because obviously if you don't have proof that you have built yourself up single-handedly, how are you going to then promote yourself to others? So
exactly.
That's why it's good to have a good company with good social proofing and a good personal brand with
Yeah, agreed.
Proof.
That's exactly why I set up a personal brand.
Yeah.
It builds so much more trust with customers and clients. If you show that you know what you're doing, obviously people will more likely to trust you. If you have it out there publicly that you know what you're doing, why would you not be confident in yourself that you know what you're doing? See what I mean? You're going to deliver better results if it's actually your face on the face of the fucking business.
And it's they're putting themselves out, so you're asking the model to put themselves out there. Why don't you do the same?
Exactly. A lot of blokes are like, oh, I don't really want to make YouTube videos. I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want to do all this. But remember what you're asking the models to do. You're asking the models to get on camera naked, and you're getting angry at them when they don't, because they're not delivering the content you need to promote them. But yet you won't promote yourself with the same mentality, and it's nuts. It's highly hypocritical, and
And you're not even getting your ass out. You're just standing there,
exactly,
performing
You're
information.
not doing half of the like diminishing stuff that they might be putting themselves through. So it's very hypocritical, and it's a big problem.
But personally, I haven't started my personal branding yet. But that is definitely, this is step one, or steps to step one. I've seen yours is going quite well, and like you said, it was a lot easier to talk to models because you can, rather than just putting a salesman point out there, you can put a slight education point to get them attracted, and then you can start slowly providing more information, more value, and therefore a better option.
Exactly. So we hopped on the space quite early, I'd say. You could say we got lucky, but I like to say we've done our research. And found a gap in the market and took advantage. I've built up a good personal brand of about 25,000 followers now on Instagram. I then will funnel them through to a Telegram group, completely free by the way, so anyone watching can join. Completely free. I teach free tips on OFM. Also, I teach how to make, completely separate point, I teach how to make AI models, so you no longer need to fuck about with outreach.
On that point there, so AI models. So I've been recently doing a lot of that with you. Separately, and that is mental. So in the stages at the moment, AI is going everywhere. ChatGPT, there's loads of AI out there, which is then progressing. And this is an AI that generates images, which then you can forward on. And yes, it is not a real model. That is correct. So you are the model basically, and you have to do the work with it. So it is pretty much 100% how much you put in. So it's no longer that 50-50. And as you will see with the the profits, no more 50-50. So it's 100% you. So it's, if that model does not succeed, that is your fault.
Exactly.
And then how are you gonna do that with the rest?
And that's why I love it. Because there's no more excuses.
Exactly.
There's no more.
Out in the open.
This model won't make content. It's all you. It's all what you put into it, and
all making that
whatever you put into it, you get out of it. Definitely. So I think it's definitely a positive thing.
But the thing I've seen with our models is that it's a slightly higher starting cost. Because obviously instead of just getting a model, most people be able to get a model for free. And then start to work them up. Whereas with AI, you need to buy the software, a little bit of editing software. And don't get me wrong, it's not hard to edit. If you're complaining, oh, I don't know how to edit, shut up. Just, if you didn't know how to edit, read something.
Exactly.
That'll tell you how to edit. Like, it's, when people say I don't know how to do something, find out. It's not hard. Like, no one's going to come and tell you. Find out.
I know.
And that's what's another thing.
It's only you can hold accountable for finding out information. I get it all the time. People message me, oh, how do I start OFM? It's like, it states on my fucking page that I have a free Telegram that teaches you how to do it. So join it and read. I don't get the mindset of wanting someone to tell you every single step of the way, and I get people messaging me every day saying, oh, can you sort this, can you sort this? And this isn't going to members of the Alliance networks. Obviously they pay to be a part of my network, so obviously they're entitled to ask questions, obviously. But people that aren't and just ask questions every single day, expecting me to like look at their models,
hold their
market
hand,
them,
walk them through it,
exactly. And you can't fucking run a business like that. So I tell them after probably 5 questions, I say like, do you want me to run your business for you? Like, honestly, do you want me to fucking do it? Because clearly you haven't got a fucking clue. And you don't want to learn.
And that is why we set up our course, because a lot of people, they don't know how, they haven't been taught in school, they can't be asked, they just they haven't got the minerals to be able to look up on Google and find out how to do this and spend a few hours just researching. So that's why we provided this course, which is absolutely mega. It's brilliant. It's got all of it in there, and it just talks you through it. And yes, it does hold your hand a little bit, but you are still going to have to do your own research, and you're going to have to crack on, which is why we've got a network alongside of it.
Yeah, we teach all the methods, but at the end of the day, as any business owner, you're going to have to do your own fucking research, and you have to apply it to your own models. Yeah. Like, you can't just expect, oh, it's not working, your Reddit method don't work. Well, have you just copied and pasted it? Probably. Yeah. You're just saying it don't work, but have you actually applied different techniques, tried different things? Probably not. But it is what it is. And I think courses in general, people underestimate how powerful a course is. Yeah. If you value like hours and hours of your time, which I would have spent making the course and finding out the information for myself, hours and hours of time, like days on end, weeks on end.
Even these videos are going to take a long time.
Exactly.
And they are all educational, not just in the course, in lifestyle, etc. But
exactly. So if you value your time at all, and you're willing to spend £100 a month to learn all the information on your doorstep, on your click of a button at your phone, or however you want to say it, then buy a course. I'm not saying buy mine, whatever, it doesn't really affect me, but just as a general tip in life, if you want to find out information quick, buy from people that understand how to do the information that you want to learn. Yeah,
it's how you get quick results.
Exactly.
Hang around with people which know what they're doing and be able to coach you through it. Yeah. It's like the 3 C's of, 3 C's of learning: community, coach, and I just can't remember the last one. Communication, probably. I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, but the network is pretty much, it comes alongside with the course, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
currently.
Yeah, currently. Yeah. We'll get in there soon.
Yeah.
But if you're having problems, then you're in the network and you have the community to help you get up. So even if you buy the course, I can't be asked to read all of this, I can't be asked to try and start all these accounts, and get on the course, ask them which ones that you're personally most effective, and they'll be able to tell you, start from there. Yeah. Start from that bit, like, why not? And they're already messaging you without buying the course, which is fair enough, but...
Yeah, I get it. Like, I understand it. Some of them come from poorer countries. I get a lot of people from Greece, which is interesting. I actually love Greece. Yeah. Banging place.
It's a good place, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good holiday.
Yeah. Love Greece. So obviously I like Greek people. I'm not going to disrespect them and say fuck off. I'm going to entertain their questions until they start asking every day, and then it is a bit of a piss take. Yeah. Unless you're going to pay me, then it's fine. But
That's how the world works, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's great to see. And personal branding is definitely one, because you obviously get more questions than me, because you have more of a branding there, which people see and go to.
Yeah. Wait.
And it's alright, I'm dealing with the models, I'm getting millions of questions there. But it's a good start. It's a good way to go. Get a course.
100%.
Yeah, alongside with personal branding though, you can't need to have the proof to be able to back that up. Yeah. You can't just be like, oh yeah, look at me, follow me, but then, making £20 a month and...
You're living in a shack.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't need to back that up. And that's where a lot of lifestyle comes into, because if you're at the early stages of growing your personal brand, and you want to get better, you might not be able to start off with going around in a Lambo or something.
Yeah.
And people aren't going to find that attractive. And but why would I listen to him when he's not doing anything? So you kind of need to back that up with a lot more evidence before you start personal branding.
I think if you're in the early stages of personal branding, the best thing you can do is just post about your general life, whether that's... I mean, don't post boring shit. No one wants to know about you going to school. No one cares.
Saw my nan today.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheers, bud.
Because you do see shit like that, and all they'll repost like 1,000 videos of like Tate or motivational speeches on their story. It's like everyone thinks
we've seen
you're
that.
a dick. Yeah.
So
well, I've seen it or it's old.
Yeah.
But anyway, I recommend starting off with lifestyle, but not boring shit. So what I mean is, if you go out to a nice restaurant, take a picture, take a video of the nice restaurant, even if it's not a nice restaurant, just food on a plate. Builds up the fact that you go to restaurants to eat out, because everyone knows rich people don't cook their fucking food. Yeah. They'll go out and eat it. Yeah. So post at nice restaurants. Post when you have a nice day out. Post when you're travelling. post when you're at the airport.
And then you can compress it into a bit more. So if you nice restaurant there, and then you don't go for another 2 months, and obviously don't post that. But then if you do go, nice restaurant, maybe I go on holiday, compress that a little bit more, and then it looks a bit better anyway.
Yeah.
And along with that, starting off, I'd say another great thing that's easily able to start off is fitness. Obviously, if your lifestyle, if you can run, fast or very strong, people are already going to give you more respect. And more likely to listen to you. So getting out fitness information is great, or not information necessarily, because you might not be as well educated in that, but more of just you're doing fitness activity on a regular basis whilst working. It already shows that you're committed to the cause and you're looking to get better. Self-improvement.
And anyway, everyone knows that if you're fit in an aspect, then you can basically do anything else in life. If you've got to a certain level of fitness where you can run a marathon or bench press an impressive weight, then you've put in a certain amount of dedication to get to that point, which means you can do it in business and people know this. So in turn, fitness will mean that you're going to be successful in later life. So they're more likely to trust you in that element anyway. So it's not just for, look, I keep fit. It's about what keeping fit is actually meaning to people. It means success. It means that you're dedicated. Mentality. It means you're disciplined. Yeah, exactly. So it's not just for that. It's good for business as well, not just personal life.
It all links in. It's like
it does link in.
It's like an easy once it clicks. It's an easy life cycle, isn't it? Just get your fizz in, work hard, stay disciplined, stay consistent, and crack on with work. And life is very balanced, and you will get results.
Exactly.
And if you don't, then you're probably doing something wrong. You might be doing it might be relating your work ethic or your fitness to people that aren't fit. So, for example, if you start relating it back to, my friend's here, if your friends sit on the sofa all day smoking weed, and you go on one run a day, think, look at me, I've worked like an hour a day and I've been running, It's not good enough. There's people out there which don't sleep. They don't. They sleep like 2-3 hours a day because they're working. And they're the people you're related to. Obviously, I'm not saying tonight, don't sleep and stay up all night. Obviously, be smart about it. If you've got work in the morning for an 8-hour shift, I wouldn't recommend doing an all-nighter. Because you've got to stay, like I said, consistent. There's a balance, but the balance needs to be tilted more towards the extreme.
I have a very strange sleeping pattern, I'll say. I'll go from probably a 4-week stage. 1 week, this week for me. I'll sleep about 1 to 3 hours a night, which is very, very strange to people. But then obviously, I'm not saying you sleep 3 hours a night and then carry that on for months. Obviously, you're going to crash and you're going to die.
It doesn't go too well with fitness either, does it?
Yeah, no, exactly. But if you do that for 1 week, use the next week as sort of a recovery period, maybe 6 to 8 hours sleep, then your body recovers anyway. And I don't exactly choose to do that. I just work when I want to work, and I go through weeks where I want to work more because there's more workload or there's just more to be done. So I'm on that week at the moment, but I think I'm doing all right despite the 1.5 hours sleep last night.
I'm fairly similar with not quite the 1 to 3 hours, bloody hell, mate. But I'm normally around 4 to 6, definitely. If I'm sleeping over 6 hours, it's definitely because I'm crashing during the day. But if I'd go more towards the 4 hours, sometimes I have a 20-minute nap or something in the day, middle of the day, just bang that out, and you're fresh to go. So you might be crashing. I normally tend to do a bit of fizz, bit of exercise, get that going, come back, 20-minute like power nap, and then straight back into it. And that's saved me 3 hours of sleep at night. So it's a good compromise.
And that's the thing. There's not a waking moment of my day where I'm not working. And I do actually mean that. People say that, but I do actually mean it. If I'm out having a nice day out, I like to do nice things, obviously. But I'm always on my phone. I'm always looking down at my phone, working. I'm always doing something. So there's no excuse not to be, even if you are at a nice restaurant, you can always take a picture or a video just to boost your personal brand a bit. There's no, I can't work because I'm doing this. You can, because you always got your phone on you. Don't lie. You do have your phone on you. And unless you're like at school still in an exam where you can't pull your fucking phone out or whatever reason it might be, you can definitely be doing work. I don't think there's really an excuse, especially nowadays. If you're competing with, for example, me, I'm not saying I'm the greatest, I'm fucking like Muhammad Ali of work, but
getting there.
If you're competing with me and I'm working every waking moment and you're not, then I am gonna win in the long run. Obviously, that's just basic maths.
More hours put into it.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, there's an element of are you working smart?
Yeah.
Maybe.
They say work hard or work smart, not hard.
Yeah,
just do both. Like,
yeah.
Why'd you have to pick?
Yeah.
Like, it's the most stupid saying.
Yeah.
Just do both.
Yeah.
It's pointless doing one or the other. But like you said, constantly working. That doesn't have to be work as in on your phone. So say do Amazon digital marketing. You can just do general self-improvement work.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing exercise, I'm not there on my phone doing one push-up.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
But when I do go on a run sometimes, I am checking through the network, maybe replying to a few messages, taking a little video maybe when I'm running, say, look at me, running, just got to my 10th mile, etc. Like that.
Personal brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even with that, or when you're driving, podcasts, so there's not a moment in the day where you can't get a bit of improvement in. And maybe some of you are at college, can't do it in the classroom, but there is always someone that you can network with. So say if, for example, me and you went out for a dinner, we didn't bring our phones, didn't have any of that. We can still talk business, and we can still find ideas, more opportunities, get a structure in our mind to then progress when we get out of this time off. Yeah. The time you shouldn't be working is when you're sleeping.
Exactly.
That is your rest.
Yeah.
Why do you need more rest?
Yeah, you should always be working on yourself. And whether you work at Tesco's or you
got a lunch break, don't you?
Yeah, you have a lunch break. But whether you work at Tesco's or you do online work full time, there's no excuse for fucking slacking off. And then obviously, I'm not saying work 24/7.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to need like maybe a holiday, a couple of holidays a year, take a little rest.
But if you are working that hard, you can afford them holidays.
Exactly.
Well, unless your
they go hand in hand.
Unless your lifestyle is massively off to the side and you're spending like loads of money on all sorts and you haven't been able to save up, probably not the best lifestyle. Probably would switch it up a bit because, if you manage to save a little bit, I'm not saying save all your money, save a little bit. You can be able to go on holiday, and then on holiday you can still work, but it's just a different environment. You'll be a bit more relaxed, a bit more time to just get your life back a little bit. So
definitely.
But working hard now, get your life back in the future. We've got so long. Like for example, I'm 20. I've got so long. Like if I'm 50 and like none of this has worked, then I'll be like, oh whatever. Then I can chill out a bit more. I've got a bit more time to chill out. I'll just be working like a little part-time job. I can't retire till I'm like 70. So
but then it'll be like 80.
Yeah. So what's the point? So if you want to chill out, then work hard now whilst you can, and then chill out in the future because you're either going to be working till you're 80 and never chilling out, or just making it there. Get what I mean?
Yeah, get what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So back to the fitness side of things. Definitely very easy on the network as well. So the Alliance network that we're doing, I'm going to start posting a bit more fitness on there because you haven't seen, because obviously my personal brand ain't up there yet, but I do like a bit of a bit of exercise,
just a little bit,
yeah, just a tad. But it's definitely a lot of things that you can do for self-improvement. Reading, fitness, like your mind's a muscle, you need to work that out as well. Exactly. So a lot of things you can do. Yeah,
especially with like self-improvement. No one's a perfect fucking human. Like you can always improve. Whether that be exercise, getting abs, if you're fat, fucking working out, whatever, just improving yourself. Learning a language.
They're tricky, them ones. Make sure, so in my personal experience, make sure you know English well first. Because I started trying to learn French one time, and I was looking at the grammar, and I was just like, what is this? And I was trying to relate it back to the English, and my English grammar wasn't great at the time. So I was just like, right, I need to get a grip of my first language. Jesus Christ, talking about it, aren't you?
You're sure you're speaking English?
Yeah, sort of, But
learn a language. So it doesn't fucking matter what language it is. It's literally scientifically proven. If you're how do you say it?
Duolingo.
No.
No,
what is it?
Pretty sure that's an app.
That's where you learn languages.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Multilingual.
Bilingual.
But
if you're bilingual
that's right.
or trilingual or you speak fucking loads of languages, you have a higher IQ because you understand different concepts in different languages and they say it in different ways.
Yeah.
Which means ultimately you're growing your brain to know different things, but the same thing, but know loads of different ways about it. Yeah. So learning language is important to me.
Definitely something
just
in the future.
General knowledge.
Mm.
I will be driving and I'll listen to a history podcast. Mm. It's not really relevant to my life at all, but I just like to know things.
Yeah. There's loads on Spotify. They're all free.
Yeah.
So
and as well, if you're one of these people who struggle, like, oh, but I don't know how you can, like, work 24/7 and like not just mong out on TikTok. For one, get a grip because there's no fucking excuse. Yeah. And two, you're probably smoking, drinking, vaping, doing drugs. Mm. Why? I don't really understand people that do all that shit. Yeah. For example, I haven't drunk since Christmas, and
it's now April.
Yeah, that's a choice. I was pretty heavy coming up to Christmas as well, so I had. You could say, oh yeah, a little bit of an alcohol addiction, right? But you just stop. Same as smoking. I used to smoke, just stopped. Yeah. Just don't buy any fucking cigarettes. Don't buy any alcohol, and you won't fucking drink and smoke. Yeah,
get a grip of your mind. That's pretty much the same.
Very simple.
And it's the same with all lifestyle things. That none of them are really just, oh, I want to do this, I want to do it. It's just get a grip and do it. Yeah. It's think less, act.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and that's the thing that's massively lacking in our society. Yeah. And it's, if you can manage that, that is one of the superpowers you need to get a hold of. Act.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
God loves a trier.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, act, work. Don't just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then just give up after like 2 days. It's like that. What is it? The one more day thing. You know, you remember about that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. That's a good thing to have a little look. What's it called again? Yeah. Just it's basically the concept behind it is, I'm not going to be able to do this for a month, but I'll do it for another day.
Yeah.
And you say that every day. I'll do it for another day, another day, another day.
By the time you know, you've done a month.
Exactly.
Done 2 years. You done. Yeah.
Consistency is important.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even saying don't drink. I like a little drink now and again. Yeah. But I just choose to not drink because I can work more. Yeah. If you're actually happier without it.
If you're on 3 hours sleep, you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a pint or two down.
Yeah.
You're gonna be written off for tomorrow. Yeah. Like exactly. You can get up and you can work, but you're not gonna be working optimal. Yeah. You want to be able to get up and you want to be able to work. So.
Same as smoking. Even though I don't believe that it deteriorates your health as much as people like to propagate. Yeah. But smoking's bad because you have these fucking raging like cravings for smoking. So you'll be working. That's all you can fucking focus on. Oh, I need a fag. Need a vape. Whatever. Same. All nicotine's the same.
It's distractions.
Yeah, it's distraction. And then if you do give into that, then you're just taking a break from working.
Yeah, an excuse.
Yeah, it's an excuse not to work.
Yeah. Distraction excuse.
So I personally can't like alcohol, all nicotine, and I don't do drugs anyway. Yeah. So I've cut all that out, and now I am probably working at optimal, at my optimum rate.
Yeah, there was something
I can at the moment.
There was something I saw the other day, the monk mode. You heard about that one? Yeah, because it was funny because I heard it for the first time, and I looked at what it was. I'm just thinking, that's pretty much what I do anyway. Like that is literally what I do like in life. It's like what was it? It was like drink lots of water in the morning.
I think it's like 4 litres of water a day.
Yeah. It was like don't smoke, do exercise every day, don't drink. It's just like
just work and don't drink, don't go out and do exercise.
It may sound boring, and they do the challenge I think 75 days or 50 days or something. But it may sound boring, but honestly, you do it for a few days and it's just natural, right? Yeah, and it becomes your life. Yeah. If your lifestyle is working, then you're never going to be sick of working because that's your life, and that's what I enjoy doing. That's what you should enjoy doing. So I recommend just fucking crack on. Yeah. Enjoy it. And if you're not in something which you enjoy, I'm not saying, follow your heart, do what you enjoy. Because realistically, if you're a fucking, I don't know, a nudist photographer, there's only a certain amount of like money and status you can earn. So I'm not saying just follow your heart, but go where the money is or go where you see most success. Yeah. But make sure you fucking enjoy what you do.
Otherwise, you're going to burn out. You're going to at least make it enjoyable.
Yeah, with the OFM, for example. So we didn't go into that thinking, oh yeah, it's be really fun, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, I love this. We didn't look at that. We saw this is a potential in the market. No one's doing it at the moment. It's fairly new. There was some information out there that we can get hold of. Yeah, we've done quite a bit of primary research as well, but we didn't think, oh, it's gonna be fun. But if this succeeds, well, when we get a lot more money for this, then we can then branch off to another topic that we may enjoy. So for me, it'll be a bit more fitness related. I do enjoy fitness, so I'll be branching off that way. And I can already link the two. So I'm already starting to link the two.
Yeah.
Because we have done well in this sector here, and we're all going to start linking the two. So it's just
yeah, exactly. And the network as well is everything.
Yeah. So
we can go into whatever, and because we have people with different backgrounds, we have people in e-commerce, we have people in whatever. Soon we're going to have a lot more. I plan to have people in real estate in there.
Yeah.
Plan to have people in just all sort of income streams. Have them in there, because then everyone is entitled to that connection, and everyone has a connection. So if you want to go into real estate, chat to that bloke.
Yeah.
If you want to do this, go to that bloke, and he'll do the same to you. If he wants to start fucking OFM or whatever. So this is the idea with the network. It's more of a long-term project. Whereas yes, the course is a long-term project. I still am going to update it very regularly. It's going to be a regular thing. It's not going to outdate. But with the network, it's infinite, because you can have anyone in there.
Yeah.
Not just people in OFM.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people are quite confused about. They don't really understand the power of network.
Yeah.
Whereas
100%.
the famous saying, your network is your net worth. So who you know, what you know.
Yeah.
It's about balancing that out and actually becoming successful from knowing successful people.
Yeah.
Everyone knows this is true, but not a lot of people actually implement it.
And
which is strange.
As well, like you were saying there, so with the network, someone could be, let's say they could be successful on Amazon. But is that their first business they went into? No, like, how many businesses we started? Like 5 or 6? We've started, yeah. Well, you've probably started more.
Tens, yeah.
I've been
at the age of 20.
Yeah, I've been with you for at least 5 or 6, and obviously we've done thorough research for all of them.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, they were successful on Amazon, but did they get the foundations for Amazon off somewhere else? Did they get? So they have other information which you can go into.
Yeah.
And just with their lifestyle as well, they could be, I don't know, living all over the world, dotted around the world. You could then ask them, I'm looking to do this. Have you got any advice on locations, best places? And they will be able to sort you out.
Exactly.
So they've done it before.
Yeah.
So it's networking, very powerful thing.
Yeah.
100% necessary.
I get a lot of students who will come into the group and maybe be a bit disappointed that they're not earning 10 grand a month and they've never set up business before. It's like
first business, first week.
It's like, what do you expect? Obviously there's certain problems that I'm going to be able to solve that you can't.
Yeah.
Because I've had an ecom brand, for example, where I've had that same problem and you haven't, because you haven't dealt with these customer problems before. You haven't had a failed payment with a client before. You haven't done all these things, or I have. So I'm obviously going to have an advantage over you. And whether you're just coming into OFM because you see success in it, or you're just looking to start a business and get a foothold in entrepreneurship, it's just good to actually get yourself out there. Just fucking start.
Yeah.
You obviously do your research, but just do it while you're doing research. You don't have to fully know 100% your business plan, because that really pissed me off. People get a whole business plan. They're like, oh, in a year's time, I'm going to be earning 100 grand a month. I'm going to have a Lambo. It's like,
and then in a month it's all...
Yeah, in a month it's crumbled.
It's like
because their first week of planning failed.
It's like everyone's got plans, they get smacked in the face.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar with business.
Yeah.
You get a plan, good structure, good. Start cracking on, but you're going to get smacked in the face at some point.
Yeah.
And then it's going to alter. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think people actually overestimate plans. People say plans are the most important thing. You need a plan to start a business. Yes, you need a plan, but make it brief.
Yeah.
Make it like a week's plan. Make a little timetable for a week.
Yeah.
If you're planning 12 months' time, unless you already have a successful business in place and you know that those 12 months are going to go smoothly, then keep it short. If you're starting a new business, plan for the next day, not for the fucking future. You don't want to be planning for 3 years' time when you've got 10,000 models and you're king of the fucking OFM space. You don't want to plan for that because you're fucking miles and miles away. You haven't even touched it yet. There's no point planning this in-depth plan if you don't got a fucking clue what you're doing.
That's another thing as well. They spend all their motivation on, yeah, today I'm going to make this plan.
Yeah.
Spend like 3 hours making this plan. And then like next week it's fucking pointless, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. Brief plan, get it nipped.
Yeah.
Start to act.
You don't even have to sit down and write out a plan. Think of a fucking plan when you're in the shower or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Just think, and then you know what you're doing anyway. You don't have to like write all this shit down, timetable, spreadsheet, get a fucking map on the wall of what you're doing for the next week.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point.
A lot of the time,
just have it in your head.
Yeah, a lot of the time, me and you, I say, "What are you doing today?" I'm doing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And then you saying, "Yeah, I'm doing 1, 2."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right, I could help you with that. You can help me with this." And then we just like merge it together a little bit, and that's today's set.
Yeah.
And if we don't get it done, we're not going to sleep.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep going until
it does get done. There's no if buts or maybes.
And
if it is getting done.
And sometimes, yeah, you do get a bit of a mind fart, brain block. You get there and you think, oh, I can't think of anything else I can do. I'll talk to you for 5 minutes. You say, yeah, well, I've just done this and this. I'm like, actually, I can apply that to this. So once again, yeah, you might have your little task set out for the day. If you get in trouble, yeah, go to it. That's why you need a network. If you ain't got a partner in your company, then a network is the go-to.
Yeah, so, agreed.
Yeah,
yeah. Because if you're stuck on shit to do, you're like, oh, what do I do here? Someone else done that, so they already know the answer.
Exactly. Or something similar, which can then jog your brain to.
Yeah, and obviously if you free groups are good. So I have a free group as well, as mentioned.
Yeah. Free
groups are good, but not a lot of people want to give away their info for free, obviously, and you wouldn't either. So it's fair enough. Yeah. But yeah, free groups are good for learning basic shit like, oh, how do I start? Look in the channel. Look in the channel. Just do it. But like complex things like, oh, what's your exact Reddit method and how much you earn in a month from it? I'm not gonna fucking answer you. You're just being a cunt. Like, like, I'm not gonna tell you that for free, am I?
Yeah.
This is basic shit. Free groups are good, but if you want to learn more in-depth knowledge, you need a network, and networks are going to be paid for, because otherwise, if they are free, they're shit.
Yeah, because everyone would join. It would it'd be so like saturated. It'd just be pointless.
Exactly.
You'll ask something, and then you get like 5 different people answering, just like a bloke that's been doing it a week. Oh yeah, I reckon it's this. It's like, you reckon? Yeah. You believe? You're putting so many different opinions on it.
Yeah.
Where if you've got a network, the people that are buying it are the people that know what they're doing, because they know what networks are all about.
Yeah.
So they're getting in there, they get their information down.
Exactly.
And don't be wrong, if you don't know that much and you join the network, yeah, you're gonna learn stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just I wouldn't start briefing up some people about how to do things when they've been doing business 10 years longer than you. So
yeah, I get that a lot as well.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of networking groups.
Yeah.
Especially in the OFM space. I'll go into one, like state some stuff.
Yeah.
And people that were posting in the chat yesterday, it just started, will start giving me advice. It's like, I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong.
You'll listen to it.
Yeah, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to give value, which is good. I believe in giving value. But you're day one. Like, it's a bit priorities. Like, don't be sitting on Discord or Telegram all day when you could be working on your agency.
Yeah, exactly.
that pissed me off as well. Like, oh, I'm struggling. Then that's what we put in the chat all day. It's like, if you weren't on fucking Telegram all day, you wouldn't be struggling. You actually wouldn't. Like, if you spent the amount of time you spend this fucking chat asking me for help, then you'd be fucking flying, mate. Yeah. You'd be earning so much money.
Like, struggling there. 5 hours later, they say, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
It's like, what have you done in that last 5 hours to be able to prevent yourself from struggling? Like, I've messaged you.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers.
Wait for a response.
Cheers. Why? Do some research, get reading.
Yeah.
And just get about.
Yeah. People are allergic to work.
Yeah, actually is.
Business ain't for them.
But it's a massive thing, because we don't get, a lot of people, they don't get taught how to learn. They just get taught how to retain knowledge, and, that's pretty much it, really. Retain knowledge and then write it all out in an exam.
That's why the school system's so fucked.
Yeah, that's why, it takes away creativity, and it doesn't teach you the ability to learn.
Yeah.
So, you do need to... That's a hard thing to do. My best advice for that is books. I don't know about you.
I personally don't read books. It's more of a leisure activity for me. I personally don't have time to read books. I'm not trying to sound all fucking Mr. Big Man.
Yeah.
But I don't have time to read books. If I'm driving, I'll listen to a ebook or whatever the fuck you call them, like audiobook.
Yeah.
Or a podcast. and I'll learn shit that way.
Yeah.
I personally am quite a good natural reader. I don't need the ability to read, so
yeah,
I'll just listen and retain information that way, and that's how I retain information better anyway. Yeah, if reading helps, then do reading. I'm not saying reading's gay.
With the reading as well. So say you don't have time, and I understand a lot of people don't have time. I don't have time quite a lot of the days. Obviously, if you're sleeping 8 hours, you have time, but 3 hours, you might not have time. But with that's a slower process to get that up to date. So the more you read, the quicker you get at reading. Speed reading is another thing as well. So when I first started reading, I was reading a book. When I say first started at a later stage in life to self-improve. I started reading, and I was thinking, this is taking me about 2 weeks to get through about 30 pages. I'm just like, that is awful.
Yeah.
So I got a book that was fairly easy to read, but it was on about speed reading and other things like that. So I had the problem, slow reading. I remedied that with learning how to read fast, and then I applied that to then progress. So now I can read books. The other day I was getting through like 5 pages in like 2 minutes.
Exactly.
So it's just like,
and that's a true example of think smart.
Exactly, and I still think smart, work hard, because I'm still, getting like 2-3 hours sleep, and I'm still reading at like 2 in the morning, but only for like 20 minutes, because 20 minutes will do. I can get through like 10 pages, 20 pages in that time. So obviously I might not be able to quote the exact words for it. So if you're still in school or need to quote some things in English class, I wouldn't recommend speed reading too much. But when you're trying to get general information in, it's great. It's good.
Yeah.
Definitely. But audiobook would do the same.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just,
if you want information, whether you listen or read it, you're going to retain it.
Yeah.
Or if might not retain it, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
But I know how I retain information. It's through audio.
Learn how to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just know yourself. Fucking even do one of those shitty little online quizzes. How do I learn? And then learn out your type of learning from that, and then apply it.
Yeah.
It's easy.
The main bit of learning, like memorization. So focus memorization is a lot of tricky subjects which a lot of people lack in today's generation.
Yeah.
But focus is a massive one. You need to be able to focus to be able to learn. If you're just on your phone, like I said, vaping or smoking, and you're trying to read a book, you're going to be all over the place. If you're listening to music, all over the place. For me personally, normally I either have headphones in to just block out a bit of surrounding, or I have a song on with no lyrics, very quiet, on repeat normally, same song. So it kind of gets me into a rhythm. Sounds a bit mental. But
everyone has their fucking routines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So focus, definitely, that's one key thing of learning. And memorization, I'd say, is another.
Yeah.
Definitely, because a lot of people, the only form of memorization they know is repetition.
Yeah.
So if you say, I give you a number, you're just going to say that number over and over and over again. But then if you relate it to other things, so let's say if I say, remember a cat, you're going to say a cat.
Yeah.
But there's other memorization techniques where you can say, remember a cat. And you picture a cat, you remember the location that you pictured the cat, and then when I ask you again, you'll be like, yeah, the word was cat, this location there, and it's a lot easier. So there's lots of different methods you need to get amongst, which is all part of the self-improvement.
Everyone's different. It's not just it's not one answer. It's just you. Like, you need to figure that out. If you're too fucking lazy to learn how to learn, then it's your problem. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I think it's been a good
long stint, that
good first episode.
Yeah. So we'll probably cut a few of these into maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but
sound like a good idea.
Yeah, it's good.
Sound.
So I'll probably see you in the next one.
Yep. Sweet.